Hello, I'm ProtoZaru, and this time we find ourselves on CP Steel. So I think I'm a little bit cursed when it comes to recording because my first recording didn't capture. Oh, speaking of cursed, it didn't capture my audio. The second video didn't capture the game's audio in the second video, and then the third video it captured both, but then the game immediately crashed. I don't know if that's an omen of how much of a headache my TF2 career is going to be, but I don't think it will be. So we find ourselves on TF2, or Steel, the most confusing TF2 map ever made. Too confusing, not confusing enough for new players, mind you, but I am lost already. My sense of direction in video games and just in general is already like hilariously bad. So CP Steel is not what I would consider my ideal TF2 map when it comes to not getting totally lost.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
But that's alright. I'll find my way eventually, as will you. And that's not a door. That's a wall, actually. I miss. The sad part is that I've played CP Steel plenty of times, but I still manage to get totally lost in it sometimes. And I joke about how this map being confusing, but I feel like that's mostly a fault of my own, because I'm dumb. But that's a bot. That's disappointing. So I was talking about in my earlier video how I want this to be kind of a platform for me to improve a bit. So I think my next like 9 videos, thinking really far ahead, are gonna feature each of the 9 classes. This time it's gonna be demo. The recording that came before where the game crash was gonna be heavy, but I guess that'll just have to wait for another day. Mr. Game and Watch. Interesting name. Okay, oh, and then there was a spy. You could pretty much end like any story with that, anything related to TF2, and just be like, and there was a spy. To be fair, I made that same mistake that this guy's making earlier, but oh, this poor fella. Oh, that is a door. Actually, I thought it was a door, and I guess I'm not crazy. And I'm sorry for thinking you're crazy, Buckwheat. You are very clearly, you're very clearly smarter than me. So, oh my god. Hey, wait a minute. I am so bad. Hey, well, at least I got I got somebody before I went down in a blaze of glory. I guess what I like to talk about this time is I don't know. Video games. Video games are always fun to talk about, right? Just apparently not the one that I'm currently playing, because I've so far been talking about a lot of other stuff that isn't all that related to the video game I'm currently playing. That was just me. Good old angry crits. I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm glad that it is. This is the play. This is the demo man strategy that I've always wanted. But as far as other video games I'd like to record that aren't TF2 related, I don't know. Probably just like platformers or RPGs. Maybe, maybe like other multiplayer games that I might be interested in. I can't really stream multiplayer games right now because, well, my internet is terrible, and until it's not terrible, I could only stream non-online games at very poor, low quality. So if you want to see some low-quality single-player games, you know to go to ProtoZaru at twitch.tv. Very, very good. We're going to be talking about the penis. Anyway.
The control point is being contested.
I don't know what it is about the gaming industry today, but I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like games are kind of getting like really loaded. Like it feels like when it comes to a lot of AAA games, you kind of need a lot of them take like a small country worth of people just to get them done. And I don't know. I guess for my own personal taste, ow, I don't know why I didn't just shoot him like gun. Makes me help. But I guess for my own personal taste, I kind of prefer games where, you know, they don't need to pretend to be anything they're not. They're just small and you know, not small necessarily, but you know, concise and focused. You know, I don't want a game to have like. I need to kick the spot. I don't know if I want a game where, like, yeah, I'm not gonna like.
Control point is being contested.
I'm not gonna go against like the kind of effort and talent that goes behind these kind of games, but I don't know. I guess I just prefer games where it 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 doesn't take up oh a million space on my hard drive, and he tried, but I was the one that did that. That don't take up all of my hard drive just to like install a few games, but I don't think a game needs to be necessarily that graphically impressive to be good.
Our last control point is being captured.
It's like that's what at the end of the day what I'm trying to say. Rhymes. Because you know, look at this game. This game's pretty old and it does look fine and dandy. But I guess the way the game looks isn't the biggest contributing factor to why I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed it because, you know, it's fun. There's plenty of variety in the characters, and speaking of which, there's plenty of variety in the characters. There's a lot of personality bursting through it, which the art style does help with that. I'll give it that. And you know, this game would not come together if it were not for
Control point is being
very talented voice actors behind it. And you know, as always, rest in peace, Sakurai. He was. I kind of ended up accidentally growing up with Rikame. A couple of my favorite games, including this one, but also as Peppy in Star Fox. I always loved his role in that. He pretty much invented our family motto, and you know, never give up, trust your instincts. And by invented, I mean we just kind of stole it. But where am I going? But Star Fox was always kind of, I guess, a meme in my house growing up, because we were always quoting a lot of the characters. It was pretty fun. Me and my dad enjoyed that game a lot, playing it together. It's led to some pretty fun memories. I think one of the and Peppy was definitely one of the characters we would quote the most, saying stuff like, "It's quiet, too quiet." Even though that's not necessarily a Peppy line per se, but still one to be fondly remembered a lot. I don't know where that spy went is concerning. But we also used to quote the train conductor a lot. Used to say stuff like, "You're very lucky," or "They're not taking me seriously." And well, I guess I just kind of wish Star Fox wasn't kind of dead like it is now. I guess it's not really dead. They're still kind of doing stuff with it, like with the Starlink and all that. And Mega Man Zero, Star Fox Zero. I guess maybe a port. It wasn't that terrible. And I guess maybe a port of it might come out eventually for the Switch, hopefully. Maybe with getting rid of the motion controls and maybe letting me skip past those freaking stealth sections. Those are usually my least favorite part of the game.
point is being contested.
I just instinctively blew those up because I heard the announcer. But on the bright side of like when it comes to space type shooters, there's still a few more that are out there that you could cope with the loss of Star Fox not being as prevalent anymore. Stuff like I think it's called like Falcon EX or something. It kind of replicates the style of the SNES Star Fox, and
Control point is being captured.
that's all I need to do to be good at demo. It replicates the SNES style of like the Super FX chip. And I think it looks pretty nice. But there's also Everspace, where the first game was a roguelike. And, you know, that's cool and all. and it was a really fun game. But 10 health. But the sequel that's currently in early access that's coming out is it's an open world space shooter type game, which I'd have you destroyed everything. Which I'm very looking forward to because I just think that'd be a lot of fun. Just customizing your own spaceship in big open space. That's gonna be a lot of fun when it comes out. I'm gonna hold off until it's fully out until I try it. You know, wait till it's out of early access. I'm not that stingy about early access games, but when it comes to like a story-based game like that, I think I would like to. I'd prefer to hold off until it's, you know, fully ready to go. Sticky spam. Sticky spam wins the day. That's how it goes. That's what happens. I think recording makes me play better at this game because typically I am not. I am not very good at this game. Usually my games end up as stomps in favor of the enemy team. But I don't know, something about recording, I guess. Maybe I got something to prove. I don't know. So yeah. There's been kind of a recent trend, which I guess it's not that recent, where usually indie devs are kind of making games where it's like, hey, there's this franchise I used to love, you know, F-Zero, Star Fox, whatever, Mega Man. We're just we're just gonna make our own version of it, and make sort of a legally distinct version of those games. I don't want to rap on those games or anything because I think a lot of those games are, you know, actually really good, like 20XX and the recently 30XX. You know, Gunvolt, Everspace, like I said earlier, and Freedom Planet, Spark the Electric Jester. You know, I guess I like the idea of these kind of bigger games that they don't really see a whole lot anymore having, you know, some sort of competition. I say older games you don't see a lot, but, you know, I was talking kind of about Sonic and Mega Man there, but you kind of see those around still. I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe it would kind of encourage, you know, those less, those franchises that don't get nearly as much love as they might have at one point. Maybe give those companies a bit of an incentive to, you know, keep going with those franchises. Notice that there's a demand for those kinds of games. Even if it might be, you know, no matter how big it is, there's still a demand. I'm kind of hoping that's kind of what other developers see. And I guess in a way, that has kind of been the case, because the failure of Mighty Number 9 and the success of 20XX, I feel like that kind of contributed to the return of Mega Man, and the return of Mega Man 11, and all the awesome collections we've been getting. And I think with stuff like Freedom Planet and just like Sonic fan games in general just getting a lot better, that might have been the inspiration behind what is happening over here? Behind Sega maybe wanting to give just a bit more development time to their Sonic games. Granted, we'll when that new game comes out, we'll see you know, how much that actually paid off. When it comes to Sonic, it's kind of a coin toss whether his game's able to get or not. I kind of wish it wasn't like that. If you're gonna be a big name company, you know, with all the accolades in the world, that was a spy. You know, you have all the time and budget in the world, and your games still, you know, are kind of inconsistent. And granted, given one of the things that Sonic games do need is more development time, because I don't know if Sega has ever officially said that Forces was rushed, but it was totally rushed. You can't really deny that. And like another like developer that should be consistent, you know, Game Freak, they've been rushing their games. You know, I love Pokemon, and I have since I was a kid, and you know, still do despite everything. But I just wish Sword and Shield was a bit better. Because it does introduce like a lot of really cool stuff to the series, but oh my god, a firing squad! it introduces cool stuff to the series, like the Pokemon walking around, you know, just outside, being themselves, living their best life in the wild area, which would be an inspiration. Well, not really an inspiration, but probably like a kind of a testing ground for Arceus whenever that comes out. But you know, it still has no voice acting, which I guess it doesn't really need. But also, the story's still kind of weak. It still follows the same gym structure that every other Pokemon game has had before it. And I don't know. I just kind of wish that Game Freak would like keep those games the kind of time that they deserve. Mostly because Arceus is what I would consider my dream game, my dream Pokemon game. A big open world Pokemon game where you can just explore wherever you want, collect monsters, and just have a good time. um, but I really wish I didn't have to be worried about that game's quality, because Game Freak works under Nintendo, who have mostly been pretty consistent with their games. Wow. At least when it comes to their big name stuff, Mario and Zelda and whatnot. So to be worried about, how Arceus is going to turn out, I don't think I should really be that way. Because I want that game to have the time in the oven that it deserves, Because if you take it too early out of the oven, it becomes very, it's very undercooked, it's very goopy, it's very disgusting. And you look at that goop and you think, man, if this was left in the oven a bit longer, could have been delicious. So what I'm saying is, I hope that like Arceus, the Pokemon Arceus, the next Sonic game that comes out, I don't want them to be goop games, I want them to be, very delicious. If that made any sense. So yeah, we're over here in CP Steel. I haven't been doing much besides talking about Pokemon and Sonic, which I guess that's as true to life as these videos are gonna get. Yes! Aww. That crit might have done something. Oh no, Sherlock Spy! Oh wow, he got him. Nice. But yeah, I don't know what I've been talking about for the past however long. Something about video games, how they've been bloated and how they deserve more development time to make sure that they're as good as they could be. Because anything rushed, it's not gonna turn out well. I mean, take my videos for example. I didn't really test any of my recordings before I started actually recording, and as a result, some of them came out kind of potatoey. Alright, dispenser down, we got this place. But if I would maybe I missed 30 pans there, and I just need to hit one more. And then he laughed at me, I think. Or no, he's pulling out his bow now. But yeah, as a result of me not really, testing anything out, my first couple of recordings have been kind of bad, and this one will probably be too. I don't really know until the end result, because I'm not really paying as much attention to this kind of stuff that I probably should be. Why don't you come out of that teleporter? Yeah, come on, it'll be funny. Aw, fine. Spy's gonna ruin my fun. Oh, hello. Okay. I guess we're moving on. It's point B of C, P, Steel E. That didn't really do anything. Whoa! That Spy just got away with murder. Quite literally. Ow! Well, maybe we're not moving on. They suddenly all came tumbling down as soon as we passed Medic. He's just chilling out. He's having a good time. Don't worry about him. Oh, that poor Spy. I hate when that happens. Where you swear it's gonna be a big Steve, but then it's not. Spy takes patience, which is something I lack. You'll soon find out once I eventually get the Spy, because... Ow, ow, ow. You'll find out that I strike a lot sooner than I really should. That really killed me. I thought I was going to be put out for being on fire a long time ago. Spy he's a really fun character. He's a lot different than most other FPS characters. He takes a lot of positioning and, you know, planning. And he's basically a French guy, but he takes a different skill set than maybe like someone like you know, a Demoman or Pyro or anyone else really. I think that makes him pretty unique, but it also makes him a little bit frustrating to fight against because you kind of have to rewire your brain than you would with any other character. Like most other FPSs, you don't really need to look out for the boogeyman that's coming to attack your bum, but this one you do. I mean, it's an integral part of the game, otherwise you just keep getting backstabbed over and over again. And you know, it doesn't really feel good when that happens. Getting stabbed in the bum. It leaves you feeling, well, leaves you feeling insane. You're a spy. You're not a spy. I think that's the end of this game. I don't think it's the end of the server though, so I think we'll keep. Ow! I think we'll keep going with a little bit more Demoman action. Oh, never mind. It is over right here. The end of round music. Well, I guess. Thanks for watching. If you have been, I hope you stick around. I top scored on my team. When? Well, anyway, I hope you continue. I hope you watch these videos and you enjoy them because I enjoy making them and will continue to do so. Have a good day and enjoy your life a bit more. Thank you and goodbye.